If you're a pet lover and you've ever thought about starting your own business, well, you're in the right place.
That's right. We're diving deep into pet franchises today.
Exactly. Specifically EarthWise Pet and their GROOMBAR concept.
We'll explore if this is the right opportunity for you.
So let's jump in.
The pet industry is booming,
Oh, I know it.
but just how big is it really? Well, the U.S. pet industry alone is worth a massive $143.6 billion.
Wow.
And get this, it's projected to grow globally at almost 6% each year.
That's a huge opportunity.
It is, and EarthWise Pet is riding that wave.
Okay, so what's driving all this growth?
Yeah.
And where does EarthWise fit in?
It's a few things, actually. We're seeing more millennials and Gen Z becoming pet parents.
That's true.
And they're not just pet owners. They treat their pets like family.
Right.
And they're willing to spend big bucks on their furry friends.
Makes sense.
That's where EarthWise Pet comes in.
Okay, how so?
They're not your typical pet store. They've been around for over 40 years.
They have. I didn't know that.
Yep, and they've built a reputation for being experts in giving personalized service.
That's interesting because it seems like there are new pet businesses everywhere.
There are.
So how does EarthWise stand out in such a crowded market?
Well, they have a multi-pronged approach. First, they're all about expertise. They really invest in training their franchisees and staff.
Ah, so they really know their stuff.
Exactly. They want them to be like pet wellness gurus. Many stores even have certified pet nutritionists on staff.
Wow, it's like having a personal pet health consultant right there.
You got it. So you're not just selling products, you're providing a valuable service.
Right. And that sets them apart from those big box stores.
Yeah.
It's about building trust and becoming a go-to resource for pet parents.
Exactly. And to build on that trust, EarthWise is super picky about the brands they carry.
Okay, so.
They focus on eco-friendly, holistic, and all-natural brands.
Okay.
This appeals to a growing group of shoppers who want the best for their pets and the planet.
Yeah, people are definitely more conscious about what they buy these days, both for themselves and their pets. It's not just about price anymore.
You're right. It's about quality, ethics, and sustainability.
Absolutely.
Right.
But beyond expertise and special products, how does EarthWise foster a sense of community? I know that's super important for pet lovers.
Oh, it's a core part of their DNA.
Really?
Yep, they actively partner with animal rescue organizations and local pet service providers.
I see.
They host adoption events, fundraising drives, even workshops on pet care.
That's great.
It's all about being a hub for pet lovers, building goodwill and strong connections.
So they've got this well-rounded approach. Business smarts mixed with a real passion for pets. Now let's talk about the different ways to be a part of the EarthWise family. I hear they offer more than just the traditional store.
You're right. They have different options to match your goals. There's the classic EarthWise pet store, the full package retail grooming, self-wash stations, even mobile grooming.
Oh, wow.
Then there's GROOMBAR, a standalone grooming and self-wash spot, perfect if you want a smaller space. And for those who want a simpler start, there's GROOMBAR Mobile. You bring the spa experience to the pets.
That's so cool. So many choices. But before someone jumps in, EarthWise has a pretty detailed evaluation process, right? Can you tell me more about that?
Oh, absolutely. They have a 7-step process to make sure everyone's set up for success.
7 steps.
Yep. It starts with a chat like we're having now to see what your goals are.
Okay.
Then you fill out an application so they can get a sense of your finances.
So it's not just about loving animals. It's about being ready to run a business.
You got it. And that's where the next step comes in reviewing the franchise disclosure document, or FDD.
What's that?
Think of it like a blueprint for the whole agreement. It covers startup costs, ongoing fees, legal stuff, the whole 9 yards.
Sounds thorough.
Oh, it is. You'll want to go over it with a financial advisor, too.
That makes sense. So no surprises later on.
Exactly. Transparency is key. After the FDD, you'll do market research for the area you're interested in.
So you can see if there's enough demand.
Right. You'll also visit potential locations to get a real feel for where you might set up shop.
You're not just buying into a brand. You're investing in a community.
Exactly. And if everything looks good, you move on to signing the franchise agreement.
And then?
Then comes the fun part, training.
What kind of training?
EarthWise trains you on everything: pet care, business management, marketing, customer service, you name it. They want you to hit the ground running.
That's great. That's the beauty of a franchise, right? You're not starting from scratch. You've got experts guiding you.
Exactly. You're part of a team. Now let's talk more about GROOMBAR. What makes it so special? Well, GROOMBAR is tapping into a market that's growing like crazy. The U.S. dog grooming industry alone is expected to reach a whopping $14.51 billion by 2029.
Wow.
And GROOMBAR is in a great spot to grab a big chunk of that market. What's also cool is that they need fewer employees than a full-blown pet store.
Ah, so it's easier to manage.
Exactly.
Oh,
Especially if you're just starting out. Less overhead, more focus on what you do best.
okay. What else makes Groombar stand out?
They've got their own line of products, which is a smart move.
Their own products.
Yep. This helps franchisees make more money and build loyalty with exclusive items you won't find anywhere else. And of course, the support system is top-notch.
What kind of support?
You get help with marketing construction if you're building a location, access to a whole network of other franchisees, and even tech support. You're never really on your own.
That's great to know. So we've talked about the pet industry, EarthWise's approach, and the different franchise options, but there's one big question on everyone's mind. What does it take to actually succeed as an EarthWise pet or Groombar franchisee?
Ah, the million-dollar question. There's no magic formula or get-rich-quick scheme.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Success in this business, like any business, comes down to dedication, resilience, and a true love for what you do.
So you really gotta love those furry friends.
Absolutely. It means putting in the time, learning the ropes, and connecting with your clients and community.
So heart and hustle.
You got it. You need to be a smart business owner and a passionate pet advocate.
And while EarthWise offers a great support system, the success of your franchise is ultimately up to you.
That's right. It's a partnership. EarthWise provides the tools, training, brand recognition, and ongoing support. But you, the franchise, bring the passion, dedication, and entrepreneurial spirit that will turn your dream into a thriving business.
Okay, so for all our listeners out there dreaming of owning their own business, remember this is not a passive investment. This is a chance to build something amazing, something that reflects your love for pets and your drive to succeed.
It's hard work, but incredibly rewarding.
Now, I'm curious, what are some qualities that make a successful EarthWise franchisee? What helps someone really thrive in this world?
Well, a few things really matter. First, you got to have that genuine love for pets. It's what keeps you going and helps you connect with customers. But passion alone isn't enough. You need to be a people person, too. Someone who enjoys building those relationships with clients and making your store or mobile unit a welcoming place.
So good people skills are a must. You're not just working with pets, you're building a community.
Exactly. And like any business, a strong work ethic is key. You'll be wearing a lot of hats, especially in the beginning. Managing inventory, booking appointments, marketing, and of course, giving amazing customer service.
It's a lot to handle.
It is, but it's super rewarding to see your business grow. You need to be organized and efficient to manage it all.
What about being good with finances? Is that something EarthWise looks for in potential franchisees?
Definitely. While they offer training and support, successful owners have a good grasp of financial management. They get profit margins, expenses, and making smart choices. EarthWise wants their franchisees to do well, and that takes understanding the numbers.
Makes sense. So it's not just about loving animals, it's about having good business sense. Now let's talk more about Groombar Mobile. It's a unique concept. What are some of the pros and cons of running a business on wheels?
Well, one big advantage is the low overhead compared to a regular store. You don't have rent utilities or a big staff. This means more of your money can go towards profit, which is a big plus. Plus, you can go to your clients. You can service different neighborhoods, team up with local businesses for events, or even offer mobile grooming at pet-friendly festivals. The sky's the limit.
I love that. You're bringing the spa to the pets. No stressful car rides for them, and it's so convenient for owners. But what about the logistics of running a mobile business? There must be some challenges.
Of course. You need a reliable vehicle that's set up for grooming. Mobile tubs, clippers, dryers, safe spaces for the animals. And you have to be organized, efficient with your time, and plan your routes to cut down on travel time. But EarthWise helps with all of that. They have preferred vendors for setting up your mobile unit, and they provide software for scheduling and routing to make things easier.
So you're not just a groomer, you're a mobile business manager.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's a multifaceted role, but the freedom and flexibility are really appealing to a lot of entrepreneurs. You set your own hours, you're your own boss, and you can connect with clients on a personal level.
It sounds like a great mix of entrepreneurship and passion for pets.
Yeah.
Now let's talk marketing. How does EarthWise help their franchisees get the word out and attract those furry clients?
Marketing is super important, and EarthWise gets that. They have a whole team of marketing experts who provide tons of resources like templates, best practices, and even customizable materials. You're not on your own. Plus, they offer ongoing training to keep your marketing fresh and up to date with the latest trends, especially in the digital world.
So they cover both traditional and digital marketing.
You bet. They know that today's pet parents are online researching groomers, comparing services, and looking for the best options. EarthWise makes sure your business pops up where it matters: search engines, social media, online directories.
That's a huge help. Takes the pressure off knowing you have a marketing team backing you up. Now let's circle back to the community aspect. We touched on it earlier, but it's something I know resonates with our listeners. How does EarthWise create that feeling of belonging and shared passion?
Community is built into EarthWise. They nurture that connection on different levels. First, they encourage franchisees to partner with local shelters and rescue groups.
So giving back to the community.
Exactly. You can help animals in need and build relationships with like-minded organizations. It's all about creating a positive impact.
It's about being more than just a business. It's about doing good. That's something I really like about EarthWise.
And that commitment to community extends to the franchisees themselves. EarthWise has regional meetings and a national convention where owners can connect, share ideas, learn from each other, and build lasting relationships.
Like a support group for pet-loving entrepreneurs.
Exactly. They also have an online forum where franchisees can talk 24/7, ask questions, give advice, and celebrate each other's wins. It's a constant reminder that you're part of a larger network of passionate, supportive people who get the ups and downs of running a pet-related business.
Having that community can make all the difference, especially when you hit those bumps in the road that come with being an entrepreneur. You're not alone. Now, let's talk about another part of EarthWise that's really interesting, their own product line. What's the thinking behind that, and how does it help franchisees?
The private label products are a smart move for a few reasons. First, they're high-quality, ethically sourced products that pet parents can feel good about buying. Things like natural shampoos, conditioners, treats, and other grooming stuff that's only available through EarthWise franchisees.
So creating that exclusive feel.
Exactly. This lets you set your own prices and control your profit margins, which is a big deal for your bottom line.
So you're not just competing on price with other groomers, you're offering something unique that customers can't get anywhere else.
Right. It's about building a brand within a brand. You're using the trust and recognition of EarthWise while creating your own identity with exclusive products. And don't forget about brand loyalty. When customers love those products, they'll come back to your GROOMBAR for more.
It's a win-win. No, we've talked a lot about the support EarthWise provides, but can you give me some concrete examples? What resources and guidance do franchisees get?
The support is really comprehensive, and it starts with an intensive training program. They cover everything from pet care and grooming techniques to business management, marketing, and customer service. By the end, you'll feel ready to launch your business, but it doesn't end there. EarthWise offers ongoing coaching and development, too.
So it's not like they hand you the keys and say, see you later.
Not at all. They're with you every step of the way. They have a dedicated support team you can call or email with any questions. They offer regular workshops and webinars to keep you updated on the latest trends and best practices. It's all about continuous learning.
It sounds like they're truly invested in their franchisees' success.
They are. They understand that when their franchisees succeed, the whole brand succeeds. It's a partnership built on shared values and a common goal to provide amazing pet care and build successful businesses. Now, while EarthWise offers a proven system and incredible support, it's important to remember that success ultimately comes down to the individual franchisee.
Right. It takes work, dedication, and putting in the effort.
Absolutely. Owning a franchise isn't a passive investment. You need to be involved, proactive, and always looking for ways to improve. You're building something of your own, and that takes commitment and resilience.
It's about finding that balance between following a system and bringing your own entrepreneurial spirit to the table.
Exactly. EarthWise gives you the foundation, but you, the franchisee, are the one who makes it your own.
Yeah.
You bring the passion, the drive, the creativity, and that personal touch that will make your GROOMBAR stand out.
So for those listening who are thinking, this sounds great, but is it right for me? What are some questions they should ask themselves as they consider this opportunity?
It's about knowing yourself. You need to be honest with yourself. First things first, do you have a real passion for pets?
Yeah, that seems pretty fundamental for this kind of business.
It is. This business is all about caring for animals and connecting with pet parents. If you're not passionate, it'll show.
Right. Passion is key. But you also need to be practical. What other things should potential franchisees think about?
Ask yourself, am I ready to work hard?
Okay.
Owning a franchise isn't a walk in the park. It's about building a business. Are you organized, self-motivated, and able to handle the demands?
Right. Sounds like you need to be comfortable doing a bit of everything, especially in the beginning.
Exactly. You're the groomer, the manager, the marketer, the customer service rep, all in one. It's a lot, but it's so rewarding if you're passionate and driven. Another important question is, am I a people person?
Because you're interacting with people all the
All
time.
the time. This business is built on relationships with clients, with staff, with the community. You got to be approachable, empathetic, and able to handle all sorts of personalities, furry ones included.
Makes sense. Now let's talk money. We know EarthWise has different investment options, but what are some financial questions potential franchisees should be asking themselves?
You got to figure out if you're financially ready. Do you have the money for the franchise fee and startup costs? Are you okay with those ongoing royalty fees that come with being part of a franchise?
Right.
Have you thought about how much you could potentially make back?
So it's about being realistic about the money and what it takes to make a profit.
Exactly. Don't just follow your heart, use your head too. Another question that's often missed is, am I willing to follow a system?
Because with a franchise, you're buying into a proven model, right?
Exactly. You're getting their brand, their expertise, their support, but you also have to be okay with working within their rules.
So finding that balance between bringing your own ideas and sticking to what makes EarthWise successful.
You got it.
Yeah.
Here's another one that people don't always think about. Do EarthWise's mission and values match my own?
So it's not just about the business itself. It's about finding a company that reflects what you believe in.
Exactly. EarthWise is all about natural pet care, sustainability, and community. If you connect with those values, it'll make being a franchisee so much more rewarding.
So it's about finding that sweet spot, passion, purpose, and profit.
I like that.
Now, we've covered a lot today. For our listeners who are ready to take the next step and explore EarthWise, what should they do?
Head over to their website, earthwisepetfranchise.com. You'll find a ton of information there, the different franchise models, the investment details about the support they offer. It's a great place to start.
And they're on social media too, right?
Oh, yeah. They're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. You can get a feel for their vibe, see what their franchisees are up to across the country.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for chatting us today. It's been great learning about EarthWise.
My pleasure.
And for our listeners, we hope this deep dive has given you some food for thought and maybe even inspired you to check out the world of pet franchises.
If you're ready to turn your love for animals into a successful business, EarthWise Pet could be the perfect partner.
It's all about finding the right fit. A brand that matches your passion, your values, and your entrepreneurial spirit.
And when you find that match, incredible things can happen.
So do your research, ask questions, and most importantly, follow your heart.
The pet industry is booming. There's never been a better time to join in.
Well, that wraps up our deep dive into EarthWise pet franchises. Thanks for listening, everyone. Until next time, keep those tails wagging.